welcome back to another episode of Danny's Dating Stories. I have gone on so many bad dates, and Mama's Boy was just one of them. Now it is time to tell the story of a boy that we are going to codename Serial Dater. When I tell you that this man was so fine. He had the most perfect sun-kissed skin, the perfect hair. Him and I grew up in the same town, so that's how we became friends first. But when that day came that he asked me out to coffee, yeah, I honestly thought that that was it for me. I had met my perfect person. If I could build a boy, he would look like him.
For some reason, society will tell you that women don't care about looks as much as men do, and I'm here to tell you guys that's just total rubbish, okay? Women absolutely are judging you on your physical appearance. You know, women have been conditioned since birth to be hyper concerned with appearance, as it's typically their primary asset they leverage, and if you think they aren't going to project that mindset onto everyone they interact with, including you, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're sadly mistaken.
I show up to coffee and he pulls out my chair for me. Wow, so hot. We get our coffees, we're talking, and we're honestly just having such a good time. This is too good to be true. We're talking, we're laughing, and I'm thinking to myself, nothing could ruin this perfect date. Hang on, I'm getting there. Now we have come to the end of the date. We finished our coffee, I hugged him, and he was like, hey, I gotta run inside to grab a coffee. I'm thinking to myself, wow, this man is so sweet. He's getting a friend of his a coffee before he hits the road.
And what exactly is so sweet about grabbing a bro of coffee? Clearly, we have a halo effect going on here, guys, which, for you guys unfamiliar, is a psychology term to describe viewing someone constantly in a positive light because of your previous positive impressions of that person, especially in relation to physical attractiveness, so it's basically a cognitive bias.
I walk back to my car and think nothing of it. But then my female instinct hits me, where before I leave, I have to do one final glance. And you want to know what I saw? I saw this man walk back inside, get in line, order a coffee, go to a different table where there was this really pretty blonde sitting there the whole time while him and I were on the date. They sit down and they start holding hands. He had another date lined up right after me at the same location. That's pretty bold. I'm just sitting in my car watching this happen through the glass, while coincidentally listening to Louis Capaldi on the radio. Did not know what to do with myself. Danny, it's just one date. You just went on one date with this guy. He's allowed to date other people, but like, I was stunned.
I think a better way to describe that is her stalker instincts kicked in. If a guy did that, he'd be called all sorts of names. You know, creepy, stalker, controlling, insecure, just to name a few. For most guys, something like this would have flown right over their heads because, in general, men are not manipulative, and they're not, like, conspiring, typically. She, however, suspected something because she probably has done similar stuff and is unreasonably and hypervigilant of this kind of thing. You can't get mad at guys when they learn to play the same game you've been playing for years.
I started my car, drove away, and that was the last time I ever saw a serial dater in person. It's one thing for a guy to be confident, but it's another for him to book 2 dates back to back at the same location.
So she tells you she's okay with it, but really she's not okay with it. You always want to compare people's words and their actions, gentlemen. You know, this isn't just with dating and relationships. If you want to cut through anyone's BS, you compare their words and their actions, and you see how well those two things match. You'll be amazed with the amount of people who are actively attempting to gaslight you once you do this. This chick right here went on a date with one man, and she already can't handle him dating other girls. Sounds pretty insecure to me. Women are highly selective, but when they want something, if you notice, guys, they get highly possessive. You see, they just do a lot better job at hiding it and covering their tracks. They're masters at perception control, and they will have you thinking they're these perfect little angels who are completely harmless. They're wolves in sheep clothing, guys. You know, that pretty face that they've spent hours perfecting in the mirror is just the lure.
Okay, my eyes are puffy because I have been crying all night, but I genuinely... What is happening here? I genuinely have a question for you guys. So I was at a bar on whiskey in Nashville, and we were waiting in line. I had already got my ID checked. We're waiting in line, and I was like, I have to go bathroom. So I go to the restroom, and there's literally 25 girls waiting in the girls' bathroom, and there's no guys waiting in line for the men's.
They literally can't spend enough time in front of the mirror.
And I was like, these girls are dumb. I'm going to go in the men's bathroom. So the guy I was with was like, yeah, you can come with me, no problem. I go in the men's bathroom, pee, come out, and the bouncer brings me, he's like, get the out. And I was like, huh? Why?
She's completely dumbfounded that her pretty privilege card has been revoked and she's not going to be treated like a princess. Imagine being this entitled and being shielded from consequences, rules, and accountability so often throughout your entire life that you get to the point where this girl's at.
He was like, you can't go in the men's bathroom. I was like, sir, like, I had to go bathroom. I'm sorry. Like, I won't do it again, but like, I had to go. And he was like, nope, get your stuff, let's go. And I was like, what is going on? I was like, have you ever peed on a sidewalk? Like, have you ever had to go bathroom and there wasn't one available? And he was like, get the out, I don't care. And so he kicks me out, and I'm just like standing there like, this is some BS. But I was like, I'm gonna give this guy some time to cool down, and I'm gonna go back in. So I wait like 20 minutes, go back in, fine, like get checked at the door, walk my ass to the bar, and I get tackled like a rag doll.
She just can't get through her head that the rules are going to be applied equally and fairly. You know, you tell these girls no, and it just doesn't register to them.
By cop, like as if I had a weapon. So he's dragging me out. I'm crying because I'm like, this is so intense. I was like, please get off me. He was like, get the out. He was like, it's illegal to go in the men's bathroom. And I was like, what if I identify as a man? I was like, at this point, I'm just going to try everything. He was like, that's not what your ID says. I was like, but I identify as a man. He was like, get the out. It's illegal. I was like, it's not illegal. He goes, well, it's illegal for you to refuse to be kicked out by a cop. And I was like, what? Anyway, so I'm crying. I can't get back in. He literally shoves me on the ground outside of the bar. Everyone comes up to me and was like, are you okay? Like, I saw that. That was so crazy. Like, what the fuck? But I genuinely want to know, like, if I was in the wrong. So TikTok, help me out.
You were in the wrong. At the end there, you were literally trespassing on private property, and you were told to leave. Do you think that if this was a guy, they would have given him all this leeway? Of course not. He'd be getting all kinds of charges, you know, be put on a list. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say women basically don't have to consider the criminal justice system when they make their decisions. They can literally get away with basically anything. They essentially have a license to break the law. No accountability. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. If you reached the end here, that means you liked the video, so please do me a favor and smash the like button and subscribe while you're at it. See you in the next one. It's your boy Sasori. Peace.